Hey all, this is Pierre Le Keys, and I'm here from Paris in France, and I'm visiting the Rick Keys Music Caravan corporate, corporate headquarters. I understand he is on, I don't know where he's at. But anyway, let me see, how's that supposed to be? Like that for French? Oh, like that. All right. Like that. All right. So this is Pierre Le Keys, and I am part of the Rick Keys family. I am one of Rick Keys' family members from France, from Paris, France, and I happen to be visiting Osai, California, and I noticed that Bushwhacker Keys just left, and I actually talked to him, and I really liked his mustachio that he was growing. So I figured I would try to grow one myself. Looks pretty close to his. He did leave his eye here, unfortunately. So I guess someone will have to send his Bushwhacker Keys eye back to him wherever he lives. I believe he lives in Australia, could be South Africa, maybe even India. Hey, speaking of India, we are going to be playing some music from India. Is that like that? Or no. Yeah, yeah. How does it look most French? Aha, like that. All right. Hey, so anyway, I am from France, and I was looking at around Rick Key's music collection. I really didn't find any music from France, especially blues music. So I did find one song, kind of has a French orientation. It's from the Nick Moss Band, and actually, I've heard that this release made it to the Rick Keys Music Caravan Top Blues Albums for 2023, and it had a top blues song in there of some sort also. So the song is called Orali, and you will be hearing that first. Right after I stop talking, you will hear that. And then we will progress into, as I said, that's the only song I could find that even had any French in it. I'll look around, see if there's any more in case I stay longer, but don't know. So I do want to welcome all my my friends from France uh, who live in India. India is becoming quite a popular place for, well, at least Bushwhacker Keys. Don't know about Rick Keys, but hopefully you like Rick Keys and Pierre Le Keys too. So we are going to start off with some music from Aki Kumar, who is from Mumbai, California, and he's got an album called Don't Hold Back. So after the Nick Moss Band, you will hear that. And hey, here's some exciting news that I heard from the grapevine that Rockin' Johnny Bergen calls himself just Johnny Bergen now, but he's going to be playing at Coomber's Craft Wine in Osai, California. So hopefully you guys can make it. It's this Tuesday. Really inexpensive, like $20 per person. But this guy is a Chicago blues guitar master. So I'm going to play some music from Rockin' Johnny from Greaseland. So you'll hear a song off there. And then actually, there's a song that I put on there that is Aki Kumar and Johnny Bergen playing together. Hopefully, you like that, especially you folks in India. Got another cool one. It's a surf instrumental from Johnny Bergen, who I mentioned is going to be playing at Coomber's Craft Wines in Osai, California, this coming Tuesday. He's got another release. It's a cool instrumental, a surf instrumental called Neoprene Fedora. After that, we got a new release. Rick Keys actually just saw this gentleman, Guy King, at the Coomber's Craft Wines also. He's got a release called Live in It. You'll hear a song from that. And actually, Rick Keys bought a whole shitload of Guy King's music, trying to help out artists. What is this? Joy is Coming, Guy King. He signed that for Rick Keys. Also, here's another new one that came in. It was released in 2023, and Rick Keys just got it recently, but it's really good. It's called the Gail Harrod Band, Temptation. Another one coming up, Tokyo Tramps, If I Die Tomorrow. You know what? If I die tomorrow, I guess I wouldn't be live in Austin, or I wouldn't be live in London like Kingfish or Sue Foley. But the Tokyo Tramps have a pretty cool song in here. Then we've got some brand new releases I was fortunate to be able to listen to. John Primer and Bob Claratori, Crawling King Snake. A lot of harmonica in there. Speaking of harmonica, John Clifton plays a lot of harmonica. Too Much to Pay. He's got a brand new release. See that? This one's a new one to Rick Keyes Music Caravan. Mitch Ryder, The Roof is on Fire. Well, in Paris, we would say Paris is burning, but now that I'm in the United States, we would say Washington, D.C. is burning currently. Katie Henry currently has a brand new release, and it's called Get Going. And that's a good theme song for Brandon and others in his regime. Last but not least, this is a new one. It's been out for 3 weeks. It's from Alligator Record Labels, and it actually has 2 songs that made it to Rick Keyes Music Caravan Top Blues Songs for 2024, the early part of 2024. It's already got 2 songs in there, and it's probably going to make it to the Top Blues album also. J.J. Gray and Mofro and Olusty. Let me see here. Well, in France, let's see what's hidden under there. Oh, it's Le Coq. It's Le Coq, Rick Keyes Le Coq. All right, so that's Olusty. So now I have the privilege of announcing the RMR chart. But before we do that, we're going to see what's going on here. And I guess this is more French. Oui, oui, more French for Rick Keyes. Not like that. Rick Keyes, that's French. All right, so let's see what's going on here in downtown Oceanside. Okay, downtown Oceanside. We see Me Keys. Me Keys is a binary, as you know. He's not sure if he is a citizen of the United States, illegal immigrant, or a illegal immigrant from outer space. He's caught a good wave there in those big waves in Oceanside, California. You see he's surfing, he's showing his stuff. Speaking of showing his stuff, let's see here. Oh, yes. You guys all remember It Keys. Well, It Keys is a binary also. It Keys isn't sure if he is a leprechaun, if he's a human being, or if he is also an alien from outer space. They're all confused with being from outer space. But as you remember in last show, when what was his name? Bushwhacker Keys, the one-eyed guy. It sure is a lot easier, I understand, when you're able to see the backboard with 2 eyes rather than 1 eye. Bushwhacker Keys was mentioning it was a little difficult to see, and he was having issues, unlike myself, because I am French and from Paris. My name again is what is my name? Oh, it's Pierre Le Keyes. All right, so you remember last week, It Keys was standing with his board on the beaches in Oceanside, or the beach in Oceanside, trying to look cool and pick up some. Well, we can't say chicks because he's an it. He's trying to pick up pronouns in Oceanside, California. He finally had seen so many thongs go. Pronouns and thongs. He saw so many pronouns and thongs go by in Oceanside, California. He started getting a little movement in the lower section of his body between his stomach and I guess that would be his knees. So he's hiding that right now, what he was doing, because he saw one too many thongs. So what else is going on here in Oceanside? Let's see here. Oh, okay. That's a chair. All right. So if you remember, oh, there it is. Up there in the left-hand corner, remember the hotel that was coming to downtown Oceanside, California? Those rich bastards were trying to build more stuff on our beaches, or not on my beach, on Rick Keyes Beach. and the waves and the storms actually washed it out to shore. They were building the Tiki Bar, which used to belong to Me Keys, but had to sell out to the rich developers because he needed some cash for a new wetsuit. But anyway, so X Keys, who used to be Y Keys, binary also, not sure if it is a Twitter bird, if it's an insect, or if it is also an alien from outer space. They all have that common DNA. But it Keys, I mean, no, that's what X Keys. So X Keys was able to rescue the Tiki Bar, brought it back to downtown Osai, California. It's on the beach, but it's closed for now, waiting to see what happens to it. Obviously, the hotel, rich bastard hotel owner, can't afford to fix it right now. What else? Oh, you guys remember what's the really important thing? Let me see if you guys can see that. Okay, the important thing. Well, all right. So back there, can you see that? All right. Well, there's Me Keys cutting up in the waves. All right. So we're right there. There's the hotel going to. We believe it's heading towards Carlsbad. Maybe they'll put that in their places somewhere. But the Chinese spy balloon, remember the Chinese spy balloon? It's been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in Osai, California. And we've actually had some more visitors to come and see what they're up to. No one from the United States government, Brandon, hasn't checked it out. Apparently it's okay with him for that spy balloon to be over Oceanside, California for almost a week now. But some illegal aliens actually from outer space are checking out the Chinese spy balloon, seeing what it's doing. And there's another mysterious missile or something cruising over Osai, California. See it? It's in between the two aliens, but it looks like a Iranian rocket ship. So I don't know what they're up to, but the illegal aliens from outer space are checking out the Iranian missile and the Chinese balloon. And hopefully you're checking out Rick Key's Music Caravan. And now we are, we'll call it part two. Part two. All right. So this is Pierre Le Keyes, relative of Rick Keys from Paris. And I don't know a whole lot of words in English. Well, I don't know a whole lot of words in French, actually, except for Paris and oui. And I had to oui pretty soon. So we're starting on the RMR chart. We've got John Primer and live at Rose's Lounge, number 33 on that RMR chart. I really don't like copying anyone, but I did think Bushwhacker Keys' mustache was pretty cool. I don't know if I've got it straight yet. It's close. All right. Guitar Jack Wargo, The New Normal, is number 28. I don't think there is a new normal now. I wish we had the old normal, but the new normal sucks, actually. It actually sucks in Paris and in France and most of Europe also. Ever since your president came into power, things have been messed up, not only in the United States, as I understand, but in the world. So hopefully you guys vote right this time and get rid of that knucklehead. Bernard Allison has a brand new release, and it's number 27 on the RMR chart. RMR chart, not the MR chart, the RMR chart. Okay, I might get some calls in Paris about that one. I don't care. Let them try to find me. I'll be somewhere near the Eiffel Tower. At number 27, we got Brothers Brown, Nowhere Left to Go. I'm sure a lot of people in California are feeling that way nowadays. A lot of them leaving to other states like Texas and Florida because they have no place to buy here in Osai, California, or the rest of California. Patty Parks, where does Patty park? Patty parks wherever she damn well pleases. She is at number 24 with Come Sing With Me, featuring Johnny Rawls. All right, I'm having a little technical difficulty there. Oh, there it is. Much better. Don't move. Mitch Woods, it's a double CD in this one, number 19 on that RMR chart. A lot of great songs on there. Rick Keys picked that up at Coomber's Craft Wines in Osai, California recently. Keyea Volt, I believe she's from Belgium, Europe, Denmark, one of those countries. She's got a new release called Shout, Sister, Shout. Just don't shout at me, sister. Pierre Le Keys does not like women, especially, well, just let's see. Pierre Le Keys does not like women shouting at him. He's very sensitive. All right, speaking of sensitive, we weren't speaking of sensitive, but we're speaking of Lone Star Mojo. A lot of people are sensitive now about what's going on here in the United States at our border. Now that it's being overrun by not only immigrants from outer space, but immigrants, migrants from everywhere in the world. So a lot of people are not real happy with that. So we've got, I told you about Nick Moss Band. We started with that. Nick Moss Band's at number 14 on the list. Lone Star Mojo, I believe they're from Texas. No wonder they talked about Desolation Blues. They have a song on there. That's their release. It is at number 10. At number 5, we got Bob Corritore and Friends, Phoenix Blues Rumble with a lot of blues people from Phoenix. And it is currently doing real well at number 5 on the RMR chart. Tinsley Ellis, who is going to be at the Coach House, I believe it's April 13th. Don't hold me on that. Check it yourself, just in case I'm telling you the wrong date. But Tinsley Ellis has a brand new release, and I believe it's all acoustic, and it's really good. Naked Truth. Tinsley Ellis. I believe Rick Keys is scheduling some sort of chat with Mr. Ellis. Last but not least, number 1 on the list, the RMR chart, Roots Music Report chart for last week, which would have been 2/24/24. Chris O'Leary and the Hard Line. Okay, so that's what you're going to hear. And again, I am Pierre Le Keys, and I am from Paris, France. And I am here stepping in for Rick Keys, just visiting for a while. I may be here, staying here for another week or so. I don't know. I'll see if I can find any French music that he has in his vast collection of internationally known music, but we'll see if he's got it. But anyway, so you know how to listen. Go to Rick. Oh, by the way, all you in India, keep spreading the good news, because the Rick Keys Music Caravan is like going gangbusters in India right at the moment. From Mumbai to New Delhi, from Oceanside to New York, Rick Keys Music Caravan is growing. So how does it keep growing? You go to YouTube and you subscribe. And once you subscribe, there's a bell. You press that bell that helps bring the show into your laptop or your cell phone, your TV. Actually, you can get it on TV, believe it or not. Well, it does that. The thumbs, it helps spread the good news of Rick Keys Music Caravan and his whole family, including Pierre Le Keyes, It Keys, Me Keys, X Keys, all sorts of keys from Oceanside all over the world. And what else? And there's a like, dislike. Make sure you like it. Dislike this doesn't really help Rick at all, and he doesn't like it when you do that. He gets upset. Now, what else? Then you can get the Rick Keys Music Caravan. That's how you spell it. Keyes, Rick Keys Music Caravan on Facebook. Used to be on Twitter. Somehow or another, Rick Keys screwed it up, so he's booted from Twitter. So forget about Twitter. Just go to Facebook, but mainly go to YouTube. So enjoy the show. And we're going to start off with a little French music from Nick Moss Band called Orali. Orali.